Did you know that according to the National Eye Institute, up to 37% of people over the age of 65 are gradually losing their vision without even realizing it? It is not because they read too much. It is not because of the blue light from phones, like many younger people often worry about. It is caused by things that are much smaller, things that are right there in your kitchen. A plate of reheated stir-fried vegetables from yesterday, a green smoothie you drink every morning, or a spoonful of sweet canned corn at dinner. All of them seem harmless, but over time, they can slowly blur the world you see each day. I know you are not doing anything wrong on purpose. You are choosing foods you believe are healthy. And the truth is, they used to be the right choice, until age began to change how your body reacts. After more than 30 years working with older adults in geriatric clinics across Seattle, I have learned that vision loss is not always a natural part of aging. It is often the result of small habits repeated every day. In today's article, I am going to share with you 5 very familiar vegetables. But if eaten the wrong way, they can slowly take away your eyesight without any warning signs. This is not an empty warning. It is a wake-up call, based on research from Harvard Medical School, combined with what I see every day in my patients. Are you ready? Please stay with me until the end of this article. And if you are over 60, leave the name of your state in the comments. I would love to know who this message is reaching. Vegetable number 1, reheated spinach. At this age, who among us has not done this before? We cook a big pot of spinach soup, eat one portion, and store the rest in the fridge to reheat the next day. It saves money and it is convenient. It is also the way many families teach their children and grandchildren not to waste food. But what you may not know is that every time you reheat what seems like a healthy dish, you are silently harming your eyesight, little by little. Spinach is naturally rich in nutrients, especially in natural nitrate. Nitrate itself is not harmful. In fact, it can be helpful in some blood circulation functions. However, the problem starts when cooked spinach is stored overnight and then reheated. At that point, the nitrate in the spinach turns into nitrite, a compound that, according to the Harvard School of Public Health, can increase oxidative stress in small blood vessels, especially in the tiny capillaries of the retina. These are the small but extremely important pathways that deliver nutrients to the cells that help you see. I once met a patient named Eleanor, 74 years old, living in the state of Oregon. She did not have diabetes. She did not smoke. She walked every evening and had a healthy sleep routine. But she started to feel that the morning sun looked brighter than usual. And over time, her grandson's face in the morning became less clear. After many conversations, I found out that Eleanor had a habit of eating reheated spinach soup 3 times a week because it was easier to cook in large batches. That is where it all began. What makes this situation dangerous is its silence. There is no sharp pain, no immediate symptom, just a sense that light feels a bit harsher. The letters on the page look a bit blurrier. And then one day, you find it hard to read the paper like you used to, and it could all begin with a single plate of reheated vegetables. The real question is not, should I eat spinach? The real question is, how am I eating it? If you cook spinach and eat it fresh the same day, there is no problem. But if you often save it, reheat it, and turn that into a habit, then your body, especially your eyes, are quietly paying the price. You do not have to remove spinach from your meals. You just need to change how you use it. Cook only what you need for one meal. Or if you have leftovers, eat it cold like a salad instead of reheating. A small adjustment, but a big result. Vegetable number 2, raw kale in smoothies. Many people over the age of 60 have started changing their eating habits, switching to healthier diets, and one of the most popular choices is the morning green smoothie. Many believe that starting the day with a glass of kale smoothie is a way to boost energy, add fiber, and keep the body clean and green. But sometimes, the things we believe are good can quietly cause harm, especially to our eyes. Raw kale is actually very rich in nutrients, but it also contains a natural compound called oxalate. According to research from Tufts University, oxalate can bind with minerals like calcium and zinc in the digestive tract, forming crystals that are hard to absorb. This means that even if you consume enough minerals, your body may not be able to use them to nourish the retina and the macula, which are key areas for clear vision, especially under bright light or while reading. One typical case is Mr. Walter, 69 years old, living in Colorado. He was always proud of his healthy lifestyle. He avoided smoking and alcohol, and every morning he drank a smoothie made with raw kale, banana, chia seeds, and a bit of honey. But then he started feeling eye strain more quickly. The letters on the morning paper gradually became harder to read. His vision test showed no clear disease, but after adjusting his diet, switching from raw kale to lightly steamed kale, within just a few weeks, the glare he used to feel in sunlight became much less intense. Walter's story is not rare. Many patients come in and say with great confidence, "I am doing everything right, so why is my vision getting worse?" And what I often tell them is, yes, you are doing the right things, but only halfway. Green vegetables are good, but if eaten the wrong way, you may be blocking the nutrients from reaching your eyes. So what should you do? It is simple. If you love kale, steam it lightly before using it, or stir-fry it quickly with olive oil. Cooking it briefly helps reduce the amount of oxalate, while making it easier for your body to absorb important nutrients. Vegetable number 3, pickled vegetables. In many American households, pickles are more than just a side dish. They are a familiar flavor inside a cold-cut sandwich, an essential part of a summer BBQ hot dog, or a tangy touch in a quick lunch. But have you ever thought that each crunchy slice of pickle might be quietly harming your eyes? Most commercial pickles in the United States contain a high amount of sodium, and that is where the problem begins. According to the American Heart Association, just one small serving of pickles can contain between 500 and 900 milligrams of salt, which is nearly half of the recommended daily sodium limit for people over 60. Too much sodium does not only harm the heart, it also increases pressure in the small vessels of the retina, leading to high eye pressure, capillary inflammation, and gradual vision loss over time. I remember Mr. Charles, 72 years old, living in Texas, a baseball fan. He loved iced tea and always had a jar of pickles in the fridge. He said, "I don't eat many sweets, but I can't skip a few crunchy pickle slices at each meal." Then he began to notice discomfort in his eyes under the afternoon sun. Lights became more glaring, and sometimes he had to squint to read the newspaper. During his eye exam, we detected early signs of retinopathy caused by high blood pressure, and pickles were one of the contributing factors. It does not stop there. Many pickles also contain preservatives and artificial coloring, especially those labeled extra flavor or sweet pickles. These additives, according to Harvard Health Publishing, can silently increase inflammation in the blood vessels, including the tiniest capillaries in the eyes. You might think, "I only eat a few slices a day. That can't be too bad." But remember, vision loss does not come from one mistake. It comes from small habits repeated over many years. And if your habit is adding pickles to every lunch, you may be slowly trading away the clarity of your sight. This does not mean you have to give up a food you love, but consider choosing low-sodium versions. With no added sugar and no preservatives. Or if possible, try making your own pickles at home with a simple, healthier recipe. Just one small change can lead to a big difference for your eyes. Vegetable. Number 4, raw garlic and garlic supplements. If there is one food most praised for its health benefits in American culture, it is garlic. From medical articles to home remedies, garlic is considered a superfood that supports heart health, cleanses the blood, reduces inflammation, and fights infections. Many older adults even take garlic capsules every morning as a regular part of their health routine. But what few people talk about is this garlic, when used the wrong way or in high doses, can seriously harm your eyes. Garlic contains allicin, a compound that acts as a natural blood thinner. This might sound ideal for those trying to prevent strokes or lower cholesterol, but in older adults, where capillaries have already begun to weaken with age, blood that is thinner than necessary can become a problem. According to the National Institutes of Health, NIH, taking raw garlic or high-dose garlic supplements daily can increase the risk of capillary bleeding, especially in the eyes. Mrs. Helen, 70 years old, living in Ohio, once came to the clinic with a complaint. She said, "It feels like there's a smoky haze in my eyes. Bright lights give me headaches, and sometimes I see strange light spots." After several exams with no serious disease detected, the doctor asked more about her diet. It turned out that every morning she was taking concentrated garlic pills and also taking aspirin for heart care as prescribed. This combination, though well-meaning, caused tiny leaks in the blood vessels of her retina, leading to blurry vision and floaters, those little floating dots in her line of sight. The problem is not garlic itself. It is the dosage and how it is used. Garlic is a wonderful spice, but it is not a magic pill. A clove of garlic in pasta or soup is not harmful. But when you eat raw garlic every day, take high-concentration supplements, or combine it with blood-thinning medication, the protective effect turns into pressure. If you are using garlic every day, talk to your doctor, especially if you are also taking aspirin, warfarin, or other blood-thinning drugs. And remember, more is not always better. Your health does not need more extremes. It needs smart balance. Vegetable number 5, canned corn. Canned corn is a familiar dish in many American family meals, from summer salads and creamy corn soups to holiday casseroles. A bit of sweet yellow corn always seems to make meals feel more comforting and familiar. But sometimes, the foods that feel the safest are the very ones quietly weakening your health, especially your vision. Unlike fresh or frozen corn, canned corn often loses much of its nutritional value during industrial processing. Specifically, natural antioxidants like lutein and zeaxanthin, which are two important compounds that help protect the retina from blue light and reduce the risk of macular degeneration, are significantly reduced during heating and canning, according to the Journal of Clinical Nutrition. A lack of lutein in the diet is linked to a higher rate of vision decline in people over 60. It does not stop there. Most commercial canned corn products in the United States contain added salt and hidden sugars. In particular, those labeled sweet corn or seasoned corn often have much higher sodium and sugar levels than you might expect when consumed regularly. These additives can cause silent inflammation in the capillary system, increase pressure inside the eye, and reduce blood flow to the retina. Mr. Joseph, 68 years old, living in Georgia, loved cooking and often used canned corn to make meals faster and easier. But then he began feeling eye strain while reading at night. Headlights looked too bright, and images started to lose their sharpness. After removing canned corn from his diet for 1 month and replacing it with lightly steamed fresh corn, His condition improved noticeably. This was not just a personal feeling, it was also reflected in his measured intraocular pressure at the clinic. So, if you are thinking, it is just corn, a sweet and simple vegetable, how could it possibly harm me? Then maybe it is time to take another look at the nutrition label before opening the next can. Choose fresh or unseasoned frozen corn, and cook it lightly at home to keep the nutrients your eyes need. Your body and your eyes deserve more than what processed foods can offer. Now that you know which vegetables may quietly harm your vision, the next important question is this: which vegetables are truly good for your eyes? And how should you prepare them so your body can absorb all their benefits? The good news is, you do not have to look far. Familiar, easy-to-find vegetables, when used the right way, can become a natural shield for your retina and macula, the most vulnerable parts of your eyes as you age. First, let's talk about carrots. Not only are they a symbol of eye health, but they are also rich in beta-carotene, a precursor to vitamin A. Vitamin A improves night vision and keeps the surface of your eyes moist. One plate of lightly steamed carrots each day can help you see more clearly and support your overall immune function. Next is red bell pepper, a vegetable with a bright color and very high levels of vitamin C. This vitamin does more than reduce inflammation in your body. It also protects the tiny blood vessels in your eyes from aging and pressure damage. To get the full benefit, eat red bell pepper raw or lightly steamed. Do you remember kale? When lightly steamed or quickly stir-fried, kale retains lutein and zeaxanthin, two compounds that, according to the American Academy of Ophthalmology, can reduce the risk of macular degeneration by up to 43% in older adults. These compounds work like a biological pair of sunglasses in your eyes, filtering blue light and easing the strain on your macula. Finally, ripe tomatoes, a fruit rich in lycopene, a powerful antioxidant. Lycopene helps fight cell damage from light, improves blood flow to the retina, and also supports heart health, which is an indirect but important factor in maintaining vision as you age. And do you know what the most important thing is? It is not just about choosing the right vegetables. It is about preparing them the right way. Avoid overcooking. Avoid keeping them overnight, and avoid adding too much oil or artificial ingredients. The true secret to keeping your vision clear through the years lies in the care and balance you bring to each meal. When we are young, our eyes can easily adapt to dim light, read for hours, or stay up all night without feeling tired. But after age 60, the body begins to send quiet signals. Lights seem brighter, letters become harder to read, and sometimes we squint just to recognize a familiar face. Many people believe this is just a natural part of aging. But as you have just seen, vision does not fade because of time. It fades because of the silent things we repeat each day, from reheated spinach and raw kale to pickles, garlic supplements, and canned corn. These are familiar foods, eaten with good intentions, but at a certain age, the way your body reacts changes. What was once healthy can become a burden if we do not notice and adjust. On the other hand, vegetables like carrots, bell peppers, steamed kale, and ripe tomatoes, when eaten the right way, can become steady companions that protect your eyes, your heart, and your memory. You do not have to change everything all at once. Just replacing one vegetable at dinner can improve your sleep, reduce nighttime cramps, and help your retina heal better. Big results begin with one small, intentional change done consistently. If you found today's content helpful, don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more videos on diet, exercises, and herbs that support better health in your senior years? And what kind of vegetable are you eating from today's list? Share with us in the comments so we can learn together and protect this precious gift of sight. Because when you can still see clearly, you can still see life. And when your eyes are bright, you are still connected to the world with your whole heart.